Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Social Emotional Skills presentation for kindergarten prep. My name is Sandy Anderson, Early Literacy Coordinator for the St. Louis County Library. Positive social and emotional development in the early years provides a critical foundation for lifelong development and learning. Social development refers to a child's ability to create and sustain meaningful relationships with adults and other children. Emotional development is a child's ability to express, recognize, and manage their emotions, as well as respond appropriately to others' emotions. A child's social and emotional health affects their overall development and learning. And research indicates that children that are mentally healthy tend to be happier, show greater motivation to learn, have a more positive attitude towards school, and demonstrate higher academic performance than their less mentally healthy peers. Children who exhibit social and emotional difficulties tend to have trouble following directions and participating in learning activities. Compared with their healthy peers, they may be more likely to suffer rejection by classmates, have low self esteem, do poorly in school, or even be suspended. In truth, children's social and emotional health is just as important as their physical health, and it affects their capacity to develop and potentially to lead a fulfilling life. Here are some general social and emotional qualities that you'd really like to see in your preschooler. Generally in a positive mood. So children at this age will absolutely still experience some tantrums and some tears, but overall what we'd like to see at this preschool age is a general positive outlook on life. Listening and following directions. So your child at this age should generally comply with your and other adults' requests with little defiance. The school day and things like taking turns and sharing are simply much easier if a child understands and follows those general directions. Having some close relationships, showing empathy and interest in others. Through relationships, children will discover who they are and learn to understand other individuals. Being able to recognize, label, and manage their own emotions and express their wishes and preferences clearly. So, here we're looking at things like fewer temper tantrums and emotional outbursts when things simply don't go their way. That ability to self regulate their behavior is really key at this age. Self regulation is an ability to express their thoughts, their feelings, and their behaviors in a socially appropriate way. So, learning to calm down when angry or overly excited and persisting at difficult tasks, those are all examples of healthy self regulation. Is your child able to play, negotiate, and compromise with others, and also gain access to ongoing play and during group activities? This is problem solving at its best, which is a skill that children will need well into adulthood. So, how can you enrich your child's social and emotional skills? What are some ways to promote those skills? Start by establishing trusting relationships. When young children experience people helping each other, understanding each other, and enjoying each other, they'll approach the world with more openness and enthusiasm, and they will grow to be more responsive and caring adults. You can teach these skills intentionally. Parents can intentionally support a child's social and emotional health by doing things like using children's books, planning activities, coaching on the spot, giving effective praise, modeling appropriate behaviors, and providing cues. And I've put on the last slide of this presentation a link to some great examples of social emotional picture books for your reference. Foster emotional literacy. Help your child identify and articulate how they're feeling. Sometimes they simply don't have the vocabulary or the language. So you can help them by labeling their feelings. So if you see your child upset, you can say something like, I see that you're crying and that your face is red. I can tell you feel really mad right now. Do you want to tell me about it? Give your child permission to express negative emotions and offer that reassurance. Intense feelings of anger and sadness can be really frightening to a child. So help your child understand that these negative emotions are a normal part of life and that you'll help them handle them along the way. Build social confidence. Children vary widely in that school social readiness. Some kids are naturally really social and they effortlessly interact with other kids, while some kids are shy and anxious, even aggressive in social situations. And different temperaments usually account for those variations. But a little education can go a long way in your child's social development and with building confidence, and you can increase the chances for social success. So teach your child how to say hello, how to look someone in the eye, how to ask to play, just like you would teach them how to wash their hands or put on a coat. Use play dates to help build these social skills. Give them the words and the language. Tap your friend on the shoulder and say, "Can I play with you?" Things like that are all great resources for you to have. And here's a great one. Try to respond to your child instead of react to your child. Sometimes when children don't get along with other children and do something like fight over a toy, parents become embarrassed and they'll react instead of respond to their child. However, a behavior is more likely to change if the parent responds to it rather than reacts to it. I know this is really difficult in the moment, but try to see these opportunities, try to see these situations as an opportunity to teach your child how to behave appropriately. Intervene calmly and teach children how to wait their turn and to use their words. These are just a few ways in which parents can turn a tough situation into learning opportunities. When you're managing challenging behaviors, there are some things you can kind of do to help that along as well. Be proactive, set clear limits about acceptable behavior, and pay attention to those cues that your child may need extra support. Step in before a blowup occurs, especially when your child is hungry, tired, bored, or overstimulated. Sharing and taking turns and expressing negative emotions appropriately takes a long time to learn. So try to be proactive with that. Use positive language. So help give your child that language again. Let your child know that they can say, "Please stop," or they can come and get you if they need help, if they're having some kind of negative interaction with another child. Allow your child to experience natural and logical consequences. Consequences have a larger purpose. It's helping children to realize that their behavior has an impact. And it should allow your child the opportunity to really think about what they did. Ultimately, you want your child to realize that their behavior had a consequence and that they need to consider that consequence before they act. Be loving and firm. Respond to inappropriate behavior, and that will help teach your child that you are in control even when they are not, and that you're there to keep them safe when they can't keep themselves safe. And remember, children learn what they live. If children hear adults using words with each other like please and thank you, they will too. Likewise, if they hear foul or hurtful language coming from the adults in their lives, they will probably repeat that as well. Young children are always watching you, so be mindful of how you problem solve and handle frustrations. Observe your own actions to situations and use emotional language yourself, and let your children see how you manage difficult situations positively. Do you still have concerns about your child's behavior and social emotional well-being? Talk to your pediatrician and see what they think and what is typical for your child's age. If you do have concerns about the behavior or the social emotional struggles, early intervention services are key to helping your child have the best outcomes later in school and in life. If you have any questions or are looking for more information, please contact our youth services department or check out our kids page on our website. Thanks again.